nursing home. This is before all the regulations. This used to be a home to help people who needed help. And it has gone to the dogs. So the Amish men were hired to fix it up. The head guy is Mose. They were up at my house yesterday. He and 3 young men. So I'm going in to talk to him. There's his coat hanging there. Boy, this place really needed fixed. Yep, needs a little work. There's Mose back there, but Amish don't like their, or Mennonite or whatever he is. I won't take his picture. They don't like that. But I'll give him his cowtails and we'll talk business. Okay, so I got here to fill up my tires on my bike. And I brought $1.25. This used to be 75 cents. I'm so worked up. I brought 5 quarters and now it's $1.50. And some guy gave me a quarter. And all he wanted was directions to Route 80. So we made a deal. My second deal of the day. Good grief. $1.50 for air. I remember when it was a quarter. I remember when it was free. Onward. Waiting for the stoplight, for the walk light. Have I mentioned that I love living in a small town? Oh, it has its problems. Okay, so I came down here to Matt Thompson's tire store he's trying to sell to see that little gray convertible that was for sale I saw yesterday, but it's owned by Automart up by the Ritz Theater and it's probably an auction car. I was hoping it was locally owned. Maybe I could swing it, but that's not going to happen. I will not buy an auction car. In fact, I don't think I'm ever going to have a convertible again, unfortunately. But we'll go up and look at it. That's all. Here's Taffy's salon, hair and nails. I don't do that stuff, but I like their rabbit in the window. Cute. I never did get a stabilizer when I'm riding a bike. But these are the new light poles, and man, we got a lot of them in Clearfield now. A lot. They completely line up the Riverwalk. This is going up Front Street toward the Ritz and the Automart and the Borough. Got to get a permit for Moz to do my work on my back deck. But the sidewalks are so nice, the new sidewalks, that almost don't need a stabilizer. So here's the little gray convertible I was looking at yesterday, driving by when I was going to work. It's a BMW. Too rich for my blood. But it caught my eye. Not for me. No. We're just catching a fellow that rides a bike everywhere in the snow and the ice in Clearfield. Probably was visiting the library. I don't know where his bike is today. But carries most of his belongings with him. So now I'm going to go into the borough office to get my permit for my... I thought I was done with construction, but one more little thing to do. I'm going to find out about no bikes on the rails on the Riverwalk. I read it in the progress at the hospital. So I might take one spin, my first and last spin on the Riverwalk on my bike. I think you're going to put signs up. People were taking advantage and going too fast and running into people or whatever. I knew it was coming. Well, I went in. Let me just say, I kind of knew what to expect. discourages you wanting to do a renovation. All the paperwork. Discouraging. I don't know if my Amish men will be up to all this requirement. I might have to give it up. Okay, so here's the $2.5 million finished side. I guess this would be the west side of the river. There are the light poles, and you know, I knew when it all started that bicycles would not be allowed eventually, and they told me at the borough office that it'll be a couple months before all the legalities are finalized and the signs go up. But unfortunately, in this town, we don't have bike paths on the roads. It's not very safe to be on the road on a bicycle in town, and there are no bike paths. And I don't like that, but nothing I can do about it. You can buy a bike rack like these benches. People paid, businesses and people in Clearfield paid $1,000 for those benches with their names on. And I thought about a bike rack that I could ask to be put here. They're only $250, but I have better places, other places for my $250. So, if anybody out there wants to donate a bike rack, it would be the first in town. And it would be nice to have one here. When I mentioned it in the borough office, I was told, well, that would entice people to bike to the walkway. Oh my. So I was just talking with someone who gets the progress, and apparently what happened is, some young boys were riding their bicycles on top of this area here. And it was noted, and so now they've made the decision, but it would have come anyway. I wish we had bicycle trails along the highway here in town. Here. You know, for $5 million, one could have easily been added beside this sidewalk area. Oh, I'm griping. Just enjoy what we have.